Hey, what's up? It's your girl Angelique Bates, and you in Cherie's world.
She's my date.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
I gotta go somewhere. Come on, Angelique, will you go with me?
right.
That's my date.
And if it's a guy that you ain't trying to talk to, then we gay.
All that.
Oh, we gotta talk about that.
All that.
That's funny.
Well, we just did. You recorded?
Yeah.
We don't
Right.
care.
Right.
Yeah. I wanna hear
So,
more.
ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Cherie's World. Today, we got my homegirl in the house. I mean, like my real homegirl, okay? Miss Angelique Bates is here. Baby.
Hey.
Now, Courtney, are you kidding me? Thank you for coming. You like a superstar and stuff.
So thank you.
But what's really funny is like I knew Angelique first before I knew Angelique the entertainer.
Right.
So Angelique and I would like have conversations and people would be like, you know who that is? And I'd be like, that's Angelique.
So how do you all know each other?
Wow. You know what? I think that's the question that we asked the last time. I know it was an event. It was like we were doing something very far, and it has something to do with kids because we were always doing something. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about because I didn't even remember.
Yeah.
It was in like Riverside or something.
Yes, and it was something for the kids because we love the kids.
We love the kids. It was foster homes, group homes.
I think it was group homes. I want to say it was Christian. Yeah, but that's how we met.
Christian Key? No, it's not Christian Key.
No, but it's another Christian. He's an actor, but I remember he had this brand where he would be like a Homie the Clown, and he would be the kids.
Yes. It was him because I call him, I don't know his last name because let me tell you how messed up I am. That is my dog's godfather.
Oh.
So I used to have a dog, and when I used to have to go to work, he kept my dog for like a year for me while I was at work. That's my dog's godfather.
Really?
Yes. So he threw an event for kids who were in, I believe, group homes because I actually tried to adopt one of them kids.
Right.
Ended up being a whole nother story. That girl.
You actually
but
tried to adopt some kids?
A kid.
Okay.
Yes. Group home situations are crazy. There was a little girl who we dressed that day because Angelique, do you remember we got free clothes from Baby Fat and shout out to Kimora.
Yes. Wow, that was that day. That was the Dada era and all of that.
Yes. And Dada gave shoes, I believe.
Yes, they did. Because they were always giving everything.
Yeah. And so Angelique and I were picking people to be the models. And what the kids didn't know is every outfit that they wore, they got to keep.
Oh, okay.
And so the little girl there, Angelique, I don't know if you remember her, but she said, I can't be a model. And I said, why not? And she said, because I'm pregnant. And she was 14. You remember her?
Oh.
Yes. Wow.
I knew you would because Angelique said, yes, you can. Baggy is in. Angelique grabbed this little girl, got her dressed, and long story short, Angelique, that little girl who you grabbed was pregnant by a man who worked at a group home, who only owned 2 pair of jeans. One of them was the jeans that you put on her. You gave her her first coat. And yeah, I'm sorry, but now that you done brought all this up, Courtney, see what you did?
After I just put this makeup on.
And Angelique layered her. So Angelique put a shirt on her, and she put like a sweatshirt around her waist. Angelique was doing what she was hooking these kids up with clothes because everything they wore, they got to keep.
Right.
So because of you, she got shoes, she got a different pair of jeans, she got a shirt, a sweatshirt, and a jacket. So thank you.
Wow, I never knew that.
I didn't know that either until I stayed in touch with her. I tried to keep her, and I had to go through the legal loopholes, but what I used to get was family passes where we could have a day. And just so you know, I went and got her one day. I took her downtown to the alley.
Okay.
And she got a whole wardrobe. Whatever she wanted, whatever she saw that she liked and it fit, she got.
What's the alley? I'm from Chicago. What's the alley?
It's
Right.
it's the clothing district downtown LA where you can get everything for cheap.
Oh, okay.
They got
Yeah.
shirts $10 or $15, but it's the same stuff that goes into the store. Like people from Chicago who have little boutiques, they travel and go to the alley to buy clothes to bring back in their boutique.
Dope.
Right.
So I came after for a day and we filled up her whole closet.
That is amazing. They say you never know anyone's story. You never know who you touch. Like I literally was just being me and ended up
that started my love for you. And I never even told you till right now.
And and that's a real one though. And that just shows you how I am. Like I don't do stuff for credit. And I just had a conversation with somebody about that. Like, I do a lot of things, but people wouldn't even realize it because I'm not constantly taking pictures. I'm not constantly posting it. If I do, I'm probably trying to promote the company or the organization I'm helping. But you just never know. Like, I've had people DM me, and it's crazy that you said, like, almost her situation, but I've had people DM me and be like, oh, you know what? I've never told anyone in my family this, but so-and-so was touching me. So-and-so has this. I want to kill myself, but they're coming to me and like they're holding me on this pedestal, which used to trip me out because they'd be like, oh, you're probably too busy. But I'm going through stuff myself. So I'm just like, no, just like go ahead and talk, because I know there was times I wanted people to talk to and there was no one there and I had to figure it out. So it's like just reaching out. You never know. Like I have one person right now. If you would see how they are now and reverse back probably 4 or 5 years ago when they DM me, completely different person. I thought that person was going to kill themselves. That's how serious it was. And now they're just like doing a thing, wearing all kinds of nice clothes and putting makeup on, doing self-love, all that.
But you was there. Let me tell you, Courtney, not to like boast about my friend, but you know my pregnancy and I hid it and I didn't really tell anybody. Right. I don't think anybody celebrated as hard as Angelique did with me. Angelique told me one day, she said, I need you to do me a favor, for real. She like my baby daddy. Angelique said, I need you to pull up on me. I got something for you. I said, okay, where you at? She said, I'm in Calabasas, come meet me. So I said, okay, cool. I wasn't pregnant anymore. I got to get up and get out the house. I was excited because I was literally laying in the bed for 7 months. Right. And like I told you, my friend kept me company and checked on me daily to make sure I was okay. I pulled up. Angelique had like some meeting in some building, some office building or something. My friend opened the trunk of her car. She had a bicycle. She had 3 huge boxes. My daughter is still wearing clothes with Angelique. There was like at least $5,000 worth of clothes in the back of Angelique's car. Clothes, shoes, boots, jackets, socks, beautiful dresses, a bike. She was 2 weeks old. And she had already given her stuff because she came to my baby shower.
Oh, wow.
Right.
She gave my daughter clothes from infant to 17.
Damn. Damn.
And she threatens me still to this day, because I'd be like, oh, I found something. Oh, let me get this. And she'd be like, no, you are right. You done did enough. Like, for real, my daughter has, right now, there's a box of clothes that she cannot even fit. They came from Angelique.
That's love.
That is love, just from the kindness of her heart.
Salute to you. That's
okay, so enough of praising her. Let's figure out what she's doing in her life, Courtney.
Yeah. well, you know me. I want to go back.
Okay. Go back.
Yeah, I like to go back. What was it like from being on that show, All That? Because for me, I remember it used to come on Saturday nights, and it was like, believe it or not, I couldn't even stay up long enough to watch Saturday Night Live. And then all of a sudden, Nickelodeon comes out with this show, and I'm like, oh, this is dope. So what was it like? How did you even get the job, and then what was it like being on there?
You know what? Okay, so I was in the industry since I was 9 months old. My mom had me in, yeah, 9 months old, baby. Like, she says the reason why she put me in the industry is because I think like I wasn't even a whole month, and she said I was. She says she swears that I said hello. So she said she heard me say hello, and that's what made her put me in the industry. So I had gotten a Borax ad with Tony Lando from The Odd Couple. And I guess I was doing little projects here and there. She had me doing, talent shows and competitions. And actually, at one of those talent shows, the agent, well, actually, I had an agent already that wasn't submitting me, and actually submitted one of the other clients that I knew on that show, but never sent me. So when I was doing this one talent show, there was his name is Richard Delancey, the creator of Unsolved Mystery.
Yeah.
Yes. I think he was doing management back then. I can't remember, but whatever it was, he wasn't dealing with kids. And his best friend was John Hugh, who actually had a talent agency. He passed away, rest in peace. And he was taking on kids and adults. So he told him, like, you saw this girl, she's competing, blah, blah, blah. I want you to come up there. All that was auditioning. I think they had like a nationwide audition going on at the time. I knew nothing about it. His best friend, John Hugh, ends up coming up there, immediately wants to sign me. Within that week, I had an audition for Nickelodeon, and there was a motion picture. Now, not too many people know this. Okay, so for Nickelodeon, I was doing like different characters, like Urkel, and like all these wild characters. Now, when I went in for Nickelodeon, I had the glasses, I had the suspenders, I had like the pants pulled up and everything, right?
Are you kidding me?
Like the whole shebang. I was Arnold Schwarzenegger, like I'm all these characters, literally, hair like going crazy.
And how old were you?
I was probably at that time, I was 11, 11, born on 12. So now keep in mind, these are all characters that I'm dressed up. At that same time, I'm auditioning for this motion picture. Now, this motion picture was, I think the girl was either a runaway or she ended up being a runaway because I think her grandmother ended up dying, but she's thugging it out. So I'm wearing like the cross-color hoodie, baggy pants, crisscross all the way. Completely opposite.
Right.
From Nickelodeon.
Right.
They ended up, I actually was in the lead for both of them, made it all the way to directors. The week of Nickelodeon calling me, they actually ended up getting the auditions mixed up by accident. I ended up going into the movie audition in front of the director and the writers dressed up as Urkel. And you're right. And I'm walking up the stairs, and I remember to this day, I'm walking up the stairs and I'm looking at the people. I'm like, hey, you guys look like the same people from this other audition that I've been going on. But they're looking terrified because I just walked in as Urkel, but I was this thug girl. I knew the whole movie script by heart. So they're like, why is she dressed as Urkel? And they kind of like have this look on their face because I don't know if you know this, but when you do an audition and you keep on getting called in and called in and called in, you're supposed to go back the same way that you've been looking.
The same outfit, everything.
Everything. Especially when you're meeting the director and the writer. So they were horrified. I walk in to the room as Urkel, and the director is sitting right there. And I remember it was this white lady with blonde hair, and she was smiling at first, and then the smile just kind of like went a little straight.
Like,
my smile dropped. I was like, oh my God, this is the callback for the movie. So now I'm just like petrified. I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, my agent got the auditions mixed up, and they're just like, that's why your dress is Urkel. Like, we couldn't understand. So here I am, this thug girl that's, helping this person, and I'm beating up somebody dressed as Urkel. Long story short, I didn't get the job, but I ended up getting Nickelodeon.
Oh, man.
That is crazy. But yeah, Courtney, so when you go on a callback, same everything. They want you, if you had on the t-shirt, find that same t-shirt and put it back on.
Really?
Yes. Hair, everything. Like they don't back then, and they kind of still don't have an imagination now, but like it was so drastic, a thug to Urkel. Like,
yes. And that's my theme song, just to let you know.
Hey, can I tell you a sad story for me? Because like I went to I remember growing up, we used to go to Florida all the time, and we used to go to Universal Studios, and like we used to go to all the stuff there. So I just what was it, like a few years back? We went to Florida, and I went and I was like, "Yeah, where's the Nickelodeon soundstage?" It's like, Nickelodeon ain't here no more. And I was like, I was like in my 30s. I was like, I was sad. I'm like, I couldn't believe they got rid of Nickelodeon.
Yeah, they. I think before they got rid of Nickelodeon, they turned it into like some commercial office building. Like fans were sending me pictures. Like it went from bright orange to the green to like all these commercial office colors. I was like, wow, they just like disrespected the Nickelodeon
I was so
building.
hurt.
That is crazy. Is Nickelodeon, okay, so I'm old. Nickelodeon is still a thing, no, right?
I think so.
Okay, we're not gonna go there. So Courtney took you all the way back. I want to bring you all the way now. Angelique is going to work tomorrow. So don't miss out one beat. Miss Angelique still works, always have been work. What you working on tomorrow?
Okay, so I was just on Fox. They actually did an episode that was like Where the Child Stars Now. So that was actually kind of pretty cool because I'm always kind of like still trapped in the whole, the Nickelodeon thing, which is, that obviously that's a claim to fame. That's always going to follow me. But you never want to know what you're doing now.
Okay.
And there's nothing against it. Like I love it, but it's just like once you talk about it, it's just like, okay, and next. So, I did a movie with Kevin Hart, Mike Epps, 35 and Ticking.
Yes, I talked about 35 and Ticking earlier. So just so you know, for the people who's not going to see the show, they just going to hear the show, you had a whole different intro.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, so I'm glad you said the thing with the age. So from all that, because I end up catching people that be like, I don't remember her. I don't know who that is. I was the original for first season, second season. So that's a whole different age bracket.
Yeah, that's my
I'm
age.
one of the OGs, so after me, then that's when, the other cast members came in. So I'm the one that with Kel and Keenan and all them, we're the ones that made all that.
Exactly.
Without us, there wouldn't have been no all that. So moving along, I got to, like I said, the 35 and Ticking, I got to be there with OGs. That was big for me because I hadn't really been working like that. Like I think after all that, I did Boston Public. Remember, Cherie? Like Boston Public was like, Boston, what was it? Strong Medicine.
I actually auditioned with Angelique for Boston Public, and she got the role I didn't.
Oh.
Wait a minute, is that the second time? Wait a minute, I didn't know that.
Yes, I think I also, so do you remember auditioning with me where we both played thugs and you polished my nails blue?
Yes, I remember the 35, and I remember that. And it was crazy because how I even got that audition, I hadn't been auditioning for a while. See, I didn't even know that was our second audition together. That is crazy. Wow. I ended up taking a webcam picture because I submitted myself for that movie, took a webcam picture and dressed up as a thug, had the rag on and the wife beater, and sent it to them.
And she looked good too. She looked way better than me. I had like some cornrows in my head. And do you remember I tried to put the aluminum foil on my tooth?
Oh, I'm good for that. I was like, yeah, we gotta do the whole team. That would have been so dope because it was Gangsta Girl 1 and Gangsta Girl 2. That would have been dope.
I didn't get none of the Gangsta Girls. It was
but hey, God had bigger plans. I'm trying to be on Punky Brewster.
Hey, we coming back. It's
right, right? I'll take Punky Brewster over Gangsta Girl number 2.
It's coming back. But Angelique actually, see, and that's one of the reasons why I love Angelique. Most of the time when you audition against women, a lot of them are not nice to you.
No.
Me and Angelique were up against each other for the same role, and she polishing my fingernails. She got it.
I got you. Right. And I was surprised. Honestly, I was surprised because I went about it just so differently of getting called in on it. And there was this room full of people. I hadn't probably auditioned in probably a few years. Hadn't been got called on an audition in years. Because remember, the whole, situation of not working. And then they called me and I was just like, oh my God. And then when I'm in the table read, I'm seeing the names because I love Mike Epps' talent. I must have looked, I said, oh my God, that's my guess. And then my phone died and I couldn't get a picture of him.
Oh.
I
Yeah.
wanted to say something to you, because I actually told this to Cherie, because Cherie tells me the same thing all the time. I was, because I know, like, I noticed you all do not like. I ain't gonna say do not like, but you hate going, like, always talking about things in the past,
Hmm.
and um, that's my era. So I was just actually telling Cherry, I was like, I was watching, I'm a big Bad Boys fan, so I was watching Martin and Will do all their press runs, and
Hmm.
they no matter all the stuff Will has done, all the stuff Martin done, everybody keeps asking them stuff about Fresh Prince and Martin. Like it
Right.
got to the point where it almost kicked off a beef, a 25-year-old beef between Martin and Tisha Campbell. You hear about that? Because they stirred up all the questions about Martin, and they end up
Right.
almost stirring up a beef between Tisha Campbell and Martin. So I mean,
Oh, I remember.
take that as a compliment, because we
Right.
like that y'all era, the '90s was so special to
Right.
me. That's why I grew up. I went from 12 to 20 in the '90s. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Right.
that meant a lot to me. So seeing y'all and being able to talk with y'all, that means a
Oh.
lot. So no disrespect,
Oh no, you know what? Let me
No.
no. So let me explain why. And it's no disrespect at all. I didn't take it that way. Because of what happened in the behind the scenes and the whole, drama or whatever, when it's brought up, they always go like, hey, so how was the show? Hey, so did you like the characters? Hey, did you like meeting these people? So hey, what really happened? It always takes a different direction.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I guess like on defense, like, okay, what's the next question gonna be?
And let
So
me
that,
explain
yeah.
to you, like when I said, okay, so what are you doing now? Angelique is going to work tomorrow, because when I asked her, will she do the show? She said, yeah, what day? Because I have a job. And I said, oh, don't tell me about the job yet.
Oh,
Tell me about it when we on air, because I don't even know what she's going to work on tomorrow, like for real, for real.
oh, yeah, right, right. And you notice I didn't even ask you what questions because I trust you. I was like, I know she could ask me whatever, and I know it's not gonna be like.
Right. I ain't gonna ask you nothing crazy.
Right, I was just like, okay, cool. Like you're the only one. I'm just like, yeah, sure, I'll be on the show. All right, cool. It is what it is. So,
Yeah, so what you gonna be working on tomorrow? I'm still waiting for my answer for like 3 days ago.
well, a couple projects is going on. So, I'm working on a couple webisodes. I actually work with this company called Wait What Comedy.
Oh.
So we actually do several funny webisodes. They haven't actually seen me in a while because I've been like literally going back and forth in and out of town because I'm getting ready to go out of town, and I'm actually hosting a Trinidadian fete day brunch in New York on the 8th, which is going to be pretty awesome. And being that I'm half Haitian and Indian, this is really going to be my first like Caribbean event that I'm hosting. I'm like super geeked about it. I'm
I'm
also
super geeked about it too. Wait, before you move on, if somebody wants to come to the brunch, you know what I'm saying? I want them to know all the girls too. How do they come see you in New York?
yeah, no, I really want you to go. Like, it's so funny. One of my homegirls is in California. She's like, I need to get on a plane, and I think I need to go to this because it's February 8th. It's gonna be super awesome. And
Who
they're
do we
having
hit
like,
up? How do we get tickets? It's like, what do we do?
okay, so like I said, it's called a fettuccine on Instagram. Hit them up because they actually have tickets available on Eventbrite. And you'll see that actually one of the DJs is Dylan Dilly from Making of the Band. He's going to be one of the
Oh.
major ones, and he's actually one of the ones on the flyer. There's going to be some other DJs, but it's actually his birthday. So it's like this whole big celebration. So it's going to be the Grenadians, the Trinidadians, and just all the islands there just having fun and all great vibes. I believe the minimum ticket starts from 20 and then it goes up. There's different tiers that you can get, but it's going to be fun. It's going to be Caribbean food. There's going to be drinks. There's just going to be a whole bunch of dancing, a whole lot of music. It's just going to be crazy.
Amazing. Okay, I'm sorry. Now what else you got going on? I had to find out. You know what I'm saying? I need to
I
be.
know, right? Well, actually, between me and my son, because my son is actually in the industry, he's working on projects. So he actually, now this part I can't mention, he's actually up for a lead in a series that is, I can't even say that much. But he's been doing really good. He keeps on getting called in and called in. So
working.
right, fingers crossed.
How old is he?
He just turned 12.
Oh, nice.
Well, I want to say just 12. I feel like it was just 12. His birthday's in August. He's getting ready to be 13 this year. But
Mm.
Ooh, those extra hormones. You know what? I'm gonna have to have you back because in our original introduction, I talked about being a homeschool mom.
oh
Oh,
yes, yes.
Okay, so wait, tell me. I don't want to go from subject to subject to subject, but that's how my brain works. I got like
Me
ADHD.
too.
So what are you working on tomorrow?
So no, it's not tomorrow.
Oh, it's
It's
not
next
tomorrow.
month. No, it's not tomorrow.
Oh,
It's
okay.
next month. Yes, yes.
Okay. So what
So
you working on next week?
yeah, that was the New York one, and then also I have a new agent, so they're actually trying to get me on one of the shows out there. Yeah. So
Hey.
it's yeah, we're still working on the process, and I just found out this movie Puzzle that I filmed is getting ready to hit the festivals. They just finally finalized everything, the editing. Like I just finally saw it. Fonz Bitworthy, isn't it?
oh,
Oh, we were just talking about him the other day because it was raining. I was
Yeah,
doing one and it was raining and they had my
right. And it was crazy. He's making of the man.
he was on
wow.
there. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Forgot. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right. He
so
was on there. Yeah,
right
yeah,
with the umbrella.
exactly. Yeah.
So Angelique, Courtney has a son as well who's been doing a little acting.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Do you have any tips from a momager to a popager?
Ah.
Okay, how old is your child?
One is. Sorry, this is not playing well. One is 2012. One born 2014.
You about to get beat
I
up.
didn't say.
Your wife about to beat you
Uh,
up, man.
7 and 5, 5 and 7.
Oh, so there's okay. You could actually have they been doing any modeling or anything that way? Because I was about to say when it comes to the industry, because you have the one kid that's receiving all of the praise, and you have the directors and the casting directors, and then you have the kids that are recognizing the kids. They're just like, oh my god. So you end up having the issues within the family, especially when you have siblings. Because I have two kids.
Mm.
It's kind of jealousy kind of ends up kicking in. So that's why I was asking, did they kind of have an issue at home with the
But,
favoritism?
but
So
you
now
know
that we
what?
got that out the
But
way.
let me just say this though. They're really just doing extra work. And,
Uh-huh.
and the crazy thing is, what they really like the most, and I have my daughter, she does it too. What they really like the most is the money. They don't
Yeah.
really care about the TV stuff. They just care about, wow, I got money. So
Well, keep keep them. I was going to say keep them doing the extra work, because that's how I started my kids off.
yeah,
Keep them doing the extra work. If one of them decides they want to do something else, like as far as start getting speaking roles,
yeah.
then start trying to find an agent, because that was the thing with both of my kids. I have a boy and a girl, and my boy he loves it. My daughter, she absolutely loves it. But the thing is, with my son, he doesn't want to do the work for it. So you have the extra work and you have the commercials. I kept him in that in music videos because you don't have to really talk that much.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the series and the movies, we have such an issue because he just wants to breeze by it. But I tell him, I'm like, there's a million other kids that want it more than you.
Right.
But then he likes the attention. He
Yeah.
likes the money, but he doesn't want to do the work. So, with how I grew up, I'm completely opposite from how my parent was. If you're not going to sit here and do the work, you're just not going to do it. I'm not going to sit here and make you do it. So keep them in the extra work. It's fun. It's fun for them right now. And if they tell you something differently, then go ahead and push them. But if they cool with extra work, then that's cool. If the main one that you said is like, they really love him, if he decides that he wants to do, then I would say probably go try to get an agent. You don't really need a manager right now. Try to get an agent, because there's things as parents that we can't access, which is the breakdowns. You can Actors Access all day long, which is a site that you can, self-submit your kids or yourself. But the breakdown services is really what the major projects that we'll never get our hands on unless we have an agent license. So just make sure it's something that they want to do. It's not something they doing just to pass time and be cool in school, because once they say they want to do it, they're going to have to be serious. Because if they end up going into them auditions and the agents like them now, or the casting directors or whatever, because they're not really talking like that, the minute they see that they're blowing these auditions, because they understand once you come in there with that script and it's like 5 kids that just had the script memorized, they know a child that studied that script and a child that just came in winging it.
Right.
You're not going to get called in too many more times.
Right.
After a while, it's like, it's just a waste of time and you're not cute anymore. And then once you hit a certain age, you're not cute anymore. My son is in his teens. Well, about to be. And I kept on telling him, at the age that your kids are, I'm like, you're cute at that age. They let you pass. But once you start talking and you're older, you know better. So make sure it's something that you want, because they will blackball you quickly.
Make sure it's something that they want more than something that you want. That's yeah. So one more question for me, and then I'm gonna let Courtney. Hey, you babe. Homeschool, Angelique. So just so everybody knows, I was like really nervous. I didn't know if I was able to do it. Blah blah blah. This is who gave me my backbone, and was like, yo, nobody can teach you better than you can teach your own child.
Right, right.
Thank you for that.
Thank
By
you.
the way, so Angelique homeschools her kids. What advice or what would you tell the parents out there who are thinking about doing it but haven't dove in?
Pray first. You have to have a whole lot of patience. Lord Jesus. If you don't have the time, because you have to have, like I said, pray. You literally have to pray, because it's going to be very stressful. There's going to be times that you're going to ask yourself, because I ask myself sometimes almost daily, like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Because once they get older, see, I got 2 that I'm doing together, 2 different grades, and it's very stressful. You definitely got to make sure it's something that you want to do, and then find and do the research with the homeschool, because just because a homeschool is, out there, and I'm not going to say any names, not every homeschool is good. Some of these programs, they're just doing the head count. They don't care if your child is actually passing the classes. They don't care if they're actually getting good grades in these state tests that actually, they're just like, oh, we just want a number count. Your kid could be flunking, but they're like, it's okay, don't worry about it. We just need the head count. No, obviously there's a reason why the state is doing these tests. You have to really be hands-on with your kids, and don't let these other teachers or these people that are behind a computer take control of your kid. Be hands-on. Like, I need to give like this to you, Cherie, because you be doing the thing with your daughter. Like, you actually be hands-on. I be hitting her up like, hey, where'd you get that book from? Hey, because she's got her baby like talking, writing, doing all kinds of stuff, but you gotta be hands-on. You can't leave the child in front of the computer and then walk away. So a lot of people be thinking like, oh, okay, well, homeschool, I could just put my kid in front of this computer and that's it. No, your child will be clicking here, doing all this, and you'll find out by the time senior, come along, they don't know what they're doing. Right. And a lot of people are using homeschool because they want their kid to be in the entertainment industry, because they want their kid to raise them. So so it's easier to get more work if the child is homeschooled. So a lot of people be using homeschool for all the wrong reasons. Just make sure it's something that really fits you. The reason why I took my kids out was because they were being physically bullied. I tried to put them in different schools, but they were being physically bullied. So I just got tired of it. School's getting worse now. So they're getting worse. I had to go up to a couple of the schools and act a fool. So,
They were being bullied. We have to have you. I swear to God, I'm so sad because we have a guest that's coming on like in 10 minutes, but I gotta have you back. Because she's talking about bullying. She pulled her kids out from being bullied, and not just by students, right? It wasn't
by students. Even a couple of the teachers were bullying, because one thing I haven't said is that my children have speech delays. So because of their speech delays, which is borderline spectrum, it's on the spectrum scale, they were really being bullied pretty much, I guess, disabilities, whatever you want to call it, whatever the label is. So they were either being made fun of, or the teachers were just like, oh, okay, well, the child is not going to talk. My kids talk now, but there was just,
they just have to be comfortable. Their brains go faster than their mouth can go.
Exactly. And now you can't even tell anything. It was just like and you have to fight, because they'll try to put labels on your kids And that's not even what the situation, like you said. They had to be comfortable with you. They was talking. You, like, what? What's wrong with them?
Yeah, when Angelique told me they have speech delays, I can't believe they talk to you. I'm like, ain't nothing wrong with them kids.
Right. Right.
Them kids is fine.
They just don't like you.
They just don't like you. They're just not comfortable. Just like I just did to you in the interview. You trying to answer a question. I'm trying to ask you 3 questions ahead.
And you see me, I'll be like all over too. I'll be like, oh, let me talk about this. Let me talk about that.
Yeah, it's just they're very, very, very. First of all, they're gorgeous. Okay, her children are absolutely positively gorgeous. I'm not just saying this because I love Angelique. They're gorgeous, and they're smart and talented kids.
Thank you.